Hello, it's Susan from Sheebles.com, and I have for you today the Garmin Vivosmart HR, a review that I hope will help you decide whether or not you would like to own this for yourself. The first thing you will notice about the Vivosmart HR is it is a huge step up from the original Vivosmart that came out a year or two ago. This one looks totally different and has lots of different features. I'm not going to do an unboxing. Instead, I'm just going to get right to the product. So the first thing you will notice if you ever had the regular Vivosmart is the size is quite a bit bigger. Plus it has a different kind of clasp. But the size isn't so big that it's a hindrance. It's actually smaller than some other activity trackers that are out there that have a lot of the same features. For that reason, I really like this model. I did buy the purple, but as you can tell, it's not very purple. Maybe if I get real close and in the right light, you'll be able to see that there's a little hint of purple. But most of the time, it looks black in most lighting, except when I'm outside, then I can tell it's purple. Little disappointed in that, was hoping it was a little more of a vibrant color purple, but it's not. That's all right, we'll deal with the black. Matches most of my clothes anyway. The other thing that's really noticeable between the HR model and the first Vivosmart is the display. The original Vivosmart, I really had a hard time reading the display, and it was almost fuzzy the way that they had it. Maybe had something to do with the waterproofing at that time, but now you can see the display is just bright and crystal clear. The battery life is supposed to last 5 days. We'll see how it goes. This is just my first day with it. I will let you know in my written review at Sheebles.com. Another great feature about this device is it does have a heart rate monitor. So it does monitor your heart rate when you're doing activity and even when you're swimming. Actually, anything outside of walking and running, you pretty much just have your activity tracked by your heart rate. So having that heart rate feature and monitor on here on the device is really great, I think. The band itself is very adjustable to fit just about anyone's wrist. You'll notice that the holes are really close together so you can get a very accurate size and accurate fit on your wrist. When you are working out, you do want to have it relatively tight to your wrist just so that the heart rate monitor works the best. Otherwise, when I'm not, I just loosen it up by about 1 notch and it just makes it a little bit more comfortable. Most of the time the heart rate monitor still works, but when it's tighter when you work out, that's nice just for accuracy. The tracker itself has many great features. You can set your home screen to have it say whatever you want it to say. It can be the time or your steps or your calories burned. You can make all those adjustments and changes and personalizations in the Garmin app itself. It's called Garmin Connect. And now you can see my heart rate monitor is lighting up there. It also has phone notifications, which is nice, and it has floor count, so it does count how many steps you've taken, and that's also a nice added feature to this device. As you scroll through the screens, it's pretty simple to use and very clear to read. You can set it up to be in either portrait mode or in landscape mode, depending how you want to read it on your wrist. And it also has music controls, which is nice. It has phone notifications, and it also has the weather. I just think that's kind of slick that you can see what the temperature is outside currently. As you can see, I'm in Minnesota. It's not very warm, but it will also show you the forecast, and that's just a nice little added feature. Not necessary, but fun to have. And then it also shows your heart rate, and it also shows an average of your heart rate. So again, just nice features to have. But that heart rate is important when you are looking at different fitness activities outside of, in particular, running or walking. It will track your heart rate in order to give you an accurate account for what your workout was, versus when you're walking or running, it can give you your steps or your strides. So there is your review, a brief review of the Garmin Vivosmart HR. If you'd like to read more about it, please, please, please visit my post at Sheebles.com, where you will get more information, and I will continue to update more and more as I use this fitness tracker. Thanks.